This morning, evacuation warnings are in effect for many of our recent burn scar areas, including the Eaton, Hearst, Sunset, and Palisades fire zones. Evacuation orders and warnings for the Palisades fire burn areas are in effect from 7 a.m. today through 2 p.m. tomorrow. There's a high risk of mudslides and debris flows. Areas include the area near the Getty Villa, the Palisades Highlands, Temescal Canyon Park near Will Rogers State Park, and areas of Mandeville Canyon. The city of Malibu has issued evacuation warnings for several areas, including Carbon Canyon, Malibu Beach, Big Rock, and the Malibu Colony. Parts of Altadena and Sierra Madre are also under evacuation warnings, as well as the Hearst fire area near Sylmar and the Sunset fire area in the Hollywood Hills. City officials say residents should be prepared to evacuate if necessary. We have a team of reporters covering this major storm. Annie Rose Ramos is in Altadena. Megan Tellis is near Runyon Canyon. And we start our coverage with Eric Spillman at Pacific Palisades. Eric, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Frank. We're getting a little bit of a reprieve here now. We had steady rain most of the morning, all night long. Now it has suddenly stopped, but don't be fooled by that. We know the intense, heaviest rain of this storm is coming later today. We're on Palisades Drive here, sort of north of Sunset Boulevard. I want to take a look at the preparations that are underway for when we get that intense rain. And you can see miles and miles of K-rail, concrete barricades here. They've put them up all over Pacific Palisades, and also they've put them up all over Malibu as well. So far, looking at Palisades Drive, this is an area you've got steep hillsides, steep burned slopes from the fire, both sides of this road here. Last time it rained on February the 7th, there was mud that flowed down into the roadway here. We drove up and down the street. I checked out the catch basins. So far, they're working well. Of course, we don't have the serious heavy rain yet, so of course they're working well. Later today, the forecast calls for perhaps as much as an inch of rain per hour. If we get that kind of rain, that heavy rain, then that could lead to substantial debris flows, substantial mudslides in places like this. This is one of the most vulnerable areas. Show you what they've built here. It's really kind of impressive. In addition to the K-rail barricades, behind us over here, they've got this berm, this dirt berm that they've built with tarp over it, tarp held down by various sandbags. The reason why is you take a look at the hillside above this area. I mean, that is a vertical cliff, a burned slope with nothing to hold the ground in place. Nothing at all, just a bunch of burned trees. And that's it. If we get severe rain, this whole area could come crashing down. And again, this is one of the areas that they are the most concerned about. And there are several here in the Palisades that are just, if something happens where we get a cell that hangs over this area, it could be a real problem. Let's go over the evacuation orders and warnings, the map that shows you those areas here in Pacific Palisades, in the Palisades burn zone. Talking about the red area, that's Pacific Palisades. Not a whole lot of people are there now. Most folks lost their homes in the fire, but there are a few who stayed behind, who are staying there no matter what. They really shouldn't be there today, according to authorities. These orders and warnings are in effect from now until 2 p.m. tomorrow. The purple areas that you see inside that red area, those are the areas that they are most concerned about when it comes to mudslides and possible debris flows. The yellow areas, those are evacuation warnings. We're talking Malibu, we're talking the upper section of Mandeville Canyon as well, telling people, look, this is really not a safe place for you to be. You should think about leaving and be warned that no matter what, if you hear an evacuation warning going into effect for your area, you need to get out immediately. Back here live, and again, there are people in this area. At the top of the hill is one neighborhood where people have stayed. Their homes survived the fire. They never left. They never evacuated during the fire. They're not going to leave now. And there's a number of places like that here in the Palisades where people have fortified their own neighborhoods with sandbags and other equipment, tarps, that sort of thing. They're not leaving, and they're just going to see what happens. Obviously not recommended, but people do that sort of thing, and we've seen it before. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Okay, Eric, we thank you for that this morning. Want to talk to Captain Sheila Kelleher with LA County Fire on the phone with us this morning. Captain, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being with us. Want to let folks know what is the important message, especially for those living in the burn areas, as this storm is moving in, expected to get stronger throughout the day. What do you want people to know that live in the burn areas this morning?
I think your reporter was really covering it with those evacuation orders and warnings. It is critical that people heed those. It wasn't very long ago, 2018, when Montecito just got torn through with the mudslides, and it was a massive amount of rain in a very short time. And they're actually predicting that later today and into tonight. So please pay attention to those warnings and evacuation orders.
And Eric Spillman, who is the reporter you were just referencing, was talking about some people have decided to hunker down. Their homes have survived the fires, and they have tried to fortify their homes. What should their expectation be if they're in an evacuation zone and then mud or something happens to their home? Will you be able to get to them?
Well, it's a challenging situation, right? Because it's incredibly unpredictable, and when the hillsides give way, there's nothing we can do to stop it in that moment. So that's the unfortunate part of this, is that a home that survived a fire could actually be lost when the hillside gives way and takes them out. So it's a dangerous situation. You don't know what you're up against, I think.
And Captain, for people watching this morning that live in these areas and are maybe unsure whether or not they should evacuate, whether they've been told to evacuate, what do you tell them? Where should they go to get the latest information?
If you go to LA County /emergencies, that gives you all the evacuation orders. So lacounty.gov/emergencies, and that's all of our evacuation orders and warnings. And then if you need sandbags, you can go to the Public Works page, lacounty.pw/sandbags.
And Captain, is there a certain time of the day today when you believe that we've sort of passed that moment when a person should consider evacuation, and it's in other words that it's too late, that you now you should shelter in place and hope that you survive it?
That's a tough question. It's when that active, the best example I can say, if someone is questioning, get on and look at some video of what happened in Montecito and how fast and just how ferocious that hillside came down and the floods came through. So don't it's just one day. Get on out, get out of the way, and then tomorrow, midday, later in the day, it seems like things are going to start clearing up. I would be safe rather than sorry.
All right, Captain, is there anything else before we let you go that you wanted to impart? I think you've given us a great deal of information, but is there anything else that you want to leave us with?
Just remember, because we haven't had heavy rains in a while, so avoid those flooded areas and not entering into moving water with your car. It only takes about 15-mile-an-hour waters to push you down, and then you're trapped. So turn around, don't drown. That's the reminder.
Captain Sheila Kelleher, LA County Fire Department, we appreciate you and everyone in the first responder community for all you have been doing for us for several weeks now and continue to do now as we enter this very difficult storm ahead. Thank you very much, Captain.
My pleasure. Take care.
More on these evacuation warnings that are also in effect for several communities within the Eaton Fire burn area. Officials are concerned today's storm could trigger mudslides and debris flows. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos live now in Altadena with a look at conditions there this morning. Annie Rose, good morning to you.
Hi, Jess. Good morning. Yeah, we are in Altadena, an area that is now under an evacuation warning, and that went into place last night. As you can see here, this rain coming down, only going to get stronger in the coming hours. I want to bring in Sergeant Raquel Sandoval. Come on in. We are at the Altadena Sheriff Station. You are with the Sheriff Station, and we're so grateful that you're speaking to us this morning. Talk to us a little bit about those evacuation warnings. How long are they going to last, and how were you notifying residents about this?
At this point, they're going to be in effect until 2 p.m. tomorrow, and we've had deputies that have gone door to door to the houses that are most impacted at this point, to basically get the residents to evacuate.
You know, we know that you are serving the Altadena community, obviously heavily impacted from the Eaton fire. Some of these homes completely destroyed, completely burned down, but some still standing. And is that the homes you're going to first to try and target those folks who are still staying inside those homes?
Yes, we're going to the homes that are closer to, obviously, the hillside. Yeah. We're monitoring the situation.
Understood. So we have seen when we arrived here earlier this morning, right around 3, 4 a.m., we saw deputies' cars sort of sitting right up against the mountain. Why were they sitting there?
So we have deputies strategically placed by the mountain area to keep an eye on the mud flow. And they're going to report to us, obviously, if the mud flows get really bad, then obviously we're going to implement other plans. But we have the deputies there in order to keep an eye on the hillside.
What are you hearing from folks? Are they trying to think about getting out in terms of an evacuation warning? It's not an order yet, but what are they telling you? Are they saying they're going to be getting out, or do they want to hunker down at home?
For the most part, I believe the people that we've contacted have agreed to leave.
Yeah. Just to be safe, right? We just heard from Sheila with LA County Fire to be safe versus sorry. Now, listen, this is still a heavily impacted area. Lots of areas still don't have cell service. We sometimes can't get it in the Altadena area in certain parts. Still no power. It's a little bit of a touch and go depending on which block you're at. So how are folks supposed to stay informed if those warnings turn into orders throughout the day today when this rain gets harder? How do you recommend them staying informed, or are they to rely on your deputies who are going door to door?
I would say probably it would be best for them to, if they're close to the evacuation zone areas, close to the mudslides, that they evacuate on their own. They can go to the Pasadena Convention Center, they can go to Santa Anita Racetrack, but it would probably be best if obviously everything looks sketchy for them to evacuate. We do have deputies in the area. We are still doing home checks for those homes that are still left, and then we have the deputies obviously that are doing some of the evacuations, but it would be very difficult for us to obviously know who's home and to evacuate everybody.
But you're saying get out now if you can before the worst of this storm hits. Head to PCCs, head to Santa Anita. Those places already set up and available for folks who are maybe deciding whether or not to leave now.
Correct.
Understood. So next 24 hours, this rain has been steady, but we know it's going to get harder, sort of in intensity this afternoon. What is top of mind for your deputies in the coming hours?
Obviously to keep an eye on the mud flow and ensure that obviously their safety and the safety of the residents that are still in the area.
All right, Sergeant Sandoval, thank you so much for your time. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Annie Rose, thank you for that. Some residents near Runyon Canyon also under an evacuation warning this morning.
That is the site of the Sunset Fire last month. KTLA's Megan Tellis live in the Hollywood Hills with the details. Megan, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Frank and Jess. You can see behind me as I step away here, the trash cans and the water percolating right around them because we are right here at the base of Runyon Canyon. You know, that water is just coming downhill and coming downhill quick. I'll say right now at this moment, there's a lull in the rain pattern. Earlier this morning, it was a pretty steady, I wouldn't say a pour, but it was a good rain that was coming down. Take a look at this video we shot just a little bit ago, and this is just showcasing the sandbags. We know that public works crews have been working diligently the past couple of days to prepare for this storm, distributing sandbags, clearing storm drains. This is all according to officials. And in this area specifically, as we get into this next video, we know this is around the area where the Sunset Fire burned. And while it was, and some would say, just 43 acres, when you compare that number to, say, the Eaton Fire and the Palisades Fire, it still created damage along the hillsides and creating the burn scar areas. And now ground is especially vulnerable with this heavy rain. Mudslide and debris flows could happen. And right now I'm looking at the clock, it's 7:15. We know that the evacuation warning has been put in place. That started just 15 minutes ago. And that warning, if it doesn't go to an order, will remain in place for now until 2 p.m. tomorrow. This is due to high mudslide and debris flow risk. It is advised, and you've been hearing it. You heard it with Annie Rose Ramos' hit. You heard it before when Jess and Frank were speaking to the official there. It's advised to pack a bag, be prepared to leave, because at any point this evacuation warning, again in effect now until 2 p.m. tomorrow, could shift to an order. And at that point, you have to remember this brings sudden and severe conditions, all these rains with the burn scars, and it can make staying home very dangerous. So be prepared to seek safety if need be. Heed the evacuation warnings and orders if it comes into place. Now, according to fire officials, some homes are considered to be at high risk in all of the burn scar areas impacted by the fires. Those homes will be subjected to mandatory evacuation orders. And those residents, though, will be contacted directly by LAFD. So if you're near one of those homes, or you're the owner of one of those homes, or you're staying in one of those homes, then hopefully at this point you have been contacted, and if you need to evacuate, then you should heed those evacuation orders at that point. So again, as we come back out live, you can see it's not raining in this moment. My hair is wet because it's been raining all morning, but it's just really painting the picture that it could get dangerous out here and it could happen really quick. That is the very latest here in the Hollywood Hills. I'm Megan Tellis. Frank and Jess, I'll send it back to you for now in Hollywood.
Okay, Megan, we thank you for that. Going to take a live look now at Snow Summit in Big Bear, where light rain is expected to fall all day. As much as 4 inches could fall today. Big Bear Mountain Resort says the 2 parks and snow play area will be closed for the day, but all roads to Big Bear are open, and there's currently no requirement for snow chains.
And we want you to know, obviously, we are covering this, and there's an intensity of the coverage because of the intensity of the storm that is inbound. It's not pouring right now, probably, where you are, but it may soon. And I think that that's one thing that we should make sure that people understand, is that we're not hyping this up. This is a real thing that could happen later today.
Right. We started talking about this yesterday, saying, hey, we just have this initial band moving through. We'll get light to moderate rain, but this is not the brunt of the system. This is not the main concern for us. And really the storm itself, the area of low pressure, is still off the central coast. So it has not moved through. We're still getting some bands that are pushing through. Those bands doing pretty good job as far as bringing us some light to moderate rain. A couple of things that I just want to piggyback on everything. We looked at our Snow Summit camera and our Big Bear camera. We're not getting snow there. And you might be thinking, well, wow, all this rain, how come we're not getting snow? There's a relatively warm start to this system. There is a classic warm front that is pushing through. It's bringing with it moisture, but the cold air is still lagging well behind. So the snow level is at about 7,500 feet, maybe 7,000 feet. So where we have our cameras there at the resort, we're not seeing snow. We're actually getting more of a mix of some rain and snow. We get these bands, they come through. We had a pretty decent one through the Santa Clarita area, and then it pushes through. Watch this as it gets yellow, and then as it pushes up right here, this ridge top right here, this is orographic rain, which means the mountains are squeezing that moisture right here. So this is an area that's getting a lot of rain, and as it moves over the mountains, it gets somewhat moisture starved. And I point this out, this is why we are concerned about burn areas. Foothill areas tend to squeeze out moisture. Again, clouds are like a sponge. When we squeeze a sponge, water is released. Mountains, the same effect. The clouds get pushed up and then we squeeze out more rain. So this is an accumulation. This is why we have the flash flood watch and the flood watches. We're watching. We know all of the elements are there, and we're still waiting for that middle of the day when we start to see the heavier rain push through and then the colder air wrap in behind it. So we have a flash flood watch, flood advisory, and a flood watch. This is where it gets confusing. This is where I just say, hey, look, you know what areas you live in as far as when we get storms like this, your heavier runoff. We know the foothill areas are at risk. Eric did a fantastic job pointing out one of those hillsides. There is nothing there. Outside of a few scarred tree limbs, there is nothing. That water has nowhere to go but down. Then you head off in through the Inland Empire in Orange County, where we don't have the flash flood watch, more of a flood watch. It's because those areas can absorb more water because they haven't been stripped of the vegetation. Same amount of rain in the areas, but some areas are more at risk. Here's that southerly flow. Notice this air coming in from the south. This keeps our snow level high. It also helps to produce a little bit more rain. And then you'll notice, look what happens later in through tomorrow. That's the northerly flow. That's the cold air. The reason why it won't be a big snow producer, by the time we get that northerly flow and that cold air, the moisture effectively is pushed off towards the east. So the timing on the snow is not there, but the cold and the warm air timing for the afternoon, when the cold air does start to move in, that's a perfect mix for thunderstorm development. Something we haven't talked a lot about, but that is the issue as well as just the rain. Thunderstorms have increased. The chance of thunderstorms has now popped up to 30%. Earlier it was 10. When I say earlier in the week. So the dynamics now starting to show themselves a little bit more, meaning the rain is coming. Now we have a chance of thunderstorms, windy conditions. That is why there's so much concern over the burn areas. Many of you in through the valleys and the coast, you'll get through it like a normal storm. It's the burn areas and the chance of mudslides that certainly has us concerned this morning into the afternoon.